First of all, good evening, Mr. King Moshi. How is things going?
What's going on, brother? Said.
Look, today, Monday is approaching, and it's Martin Luther King birthday. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of us in our community, we get emotional and we want to think back, and we love to celebrate Martin Luther King. So I want you to tell us, do you still think that MLK Day is still relevant, especially within our community? Is it something that we still should celebrate?
I think most definitely it's necessary that we give tribute to our scholars and our ancestors, all of them. So with this day in particular, for sure.
Yeah, and the reason I this day, I'm glad you said that about all of the ancestors, because a lot of times I know in this area, Martin Luther King Day takes like first place, or it's all about his day, and sometimes we tend to negate the rest of the, let's say, Black History Month.
Right.
It's all about MLK Day, and there's nothing wrong. I'm not trying to be dismissive or MLK, because I love for everything that he stood for and what he has done.
Right.
In your opinion, do you think we will ever be able to move forward, let's say, from celebrating, and what I mean is, for us, if you look at our community, do you think that we have made tremendous progress? Do you think that there is more unity, cohesiveness within our community?
Well, I think we could always be more unified, but we learning as we going. So a lot of the information that we didn't have on Martin Luther King, say for example, when I was coming up, we only got the peaceful side of Martin Luther King, the I have a dream side. You know what I mean? And
absolutely.
Now that we grown and more information that come out, we coming for our check. You know what I mean? We coming for our check, our reparations check, and that's what we want.
And it's so funny that you mentioned that, because Martin Luther King and everybody, they got the Civil Rights Act, and the voter registration was in 1964 and 1965. Mm-hmm. Years later, Martin Luther King wrote his book, Where Do We Go From Here? In I believe it's in 1968, he was assassinated, but towards the end of 67, he started to speak out against the Vietnam War, which was costing taxpayers billions. And I think that he was disappointed in the establishment for spending so much on war when they could have been using it in, especially the urban community, right, or in America. But a lot of it was sent overseas.
Right. Well, they when it comes to us, it's always procrastination on certain things. Like, they don't have no problem sending the monies to other people that's not even citizens of this country. You know what I mean? And us as the foundation of Black American or American freedmen, we should be first in line. We didn't build this country.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And for them to just blatantly shoot funding to everybody else except for the people who deserve it most, and the people who then been here first, is like just blatant disrespect in my eyes. You know what I mean? So,
and like I say, most people, and then even myself at the time, we hear of Brother Martin is, like I say, very peaceful and integrating. We got to integrate, but the Vietnam War, and I stress that, was so pertinent. That was such a pertinent part of his existence, because he condemned it, because he knew what was going on. And I think a lot of, especially young people, they don't even know that, probably don't even know that MLK spoke out against the Vietnam War.
Right.
And if he was alive today, he would definitely probably speak out against a lot of things, a lot of foreign investments, right, that the establishment is making.
Well, I in particular didn't know he spoke against it, but I know for sure Muhammad Ali put everything on the line to speak against the Vietnam War. You know what I'm saying? And gotta salute Muhammad Ali. Like he should have a day as well. You know what I mean? Because then these entertainers and stuff, they don't speak out when it's time to speak out. Exactly. They don't put it on the line. So you see all the real activists and the real people who really love our people, they wouldn't put it all on the line. Yeah. So, you know, like I say, salute to Martin Luther King, but salute to Muhammad Ali as well, because he's the only person I seen really go hard like he did, and even went to prison behind his principles and stood on that. So, you know,
on a street level, a lot of times, when I mention Brother Martin, I always mention Brother Malcolm. Because they were like the yin and the yang. You know, you can't have one without the other.
Right.
They both was taken out at an early age. You know, we didn't get a chance to see them really maximize their full potential. How do you think, and this is for like on an urban level, how you think our communities would have been if we would have seen them two brothers come together, unified, you know, following principles and acting and getting on one accord? Do you think that would have had a real positive impact within our community?
I think most definitely it would have, and the powers that be know that when we got influential people that can reach, you know, the people like they did, you know, it's power. Then comes power with the unity. So I don't even know what to say on that. I just know that if they were still here, we would probably be more than likely be a little further along in the progress. Yeah. You know that
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so and with, like I said, with Brother Martin, Brother Malcolm, man, I found out about Brother Malcolm. I think I was a senior. I had to read his autobiography, but it wasn't until college that I really understood, you know, his whole struggle, whatever.
Right.
And so that's why when I mention Martin Luther King, I'm gonna mention Malcolm X, and that's just how it is, you know, in my psyche. Anything else you would like to share as far as with MLK Day, with the urban community?
I just would like the community know that you know, MLK Day is just more than just a day off. You know what I mean? It's a day that represent the man and the character and the, you know, and the triumph and the progress, the slow progress, the fight, should I say?
Yeah, because
the
very
fight
challenging
that he had to go to carry on.
Yeah, and I think we tend to forget about that. I think now it's more of a sensationalism. We love to go to the parades and the banquets and the balls
and that's like that, and that's one of my things about the day though. It's like a wave. Everybody want to ride that wave, you know, and what the man represented. But then when it comes to justice that the man was speaking of, nobody could be heard. Nobody's there once the reparation is talking what he really was trying to do for his people come out. Now everybody gets silent, and it's like it kind of, you know, it kind of just waters it down. They gave us the watered down Martin Luther King, you know what I mean, and not the you know, when I was coming up, all we heard was the peaceful. He looked up to Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and now we have the representation and the footage to show that you know, Martin Luther King was about his people, and we coming for our check.
Yeah, and when I was in college, man, when I was coming into the consciousness, whatever, I had a picture of Brother Malcolm and Brother Martin. Right. You know, and like I said, that helped me got through my last year of college, man. I was in the library reading knowledge, learning about them cats, man. Well, them brothers. I'm calling them cats. But yeah, they were so had a very positive impact on my life. They're very influential.
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave on that note, and they're just the beginning of the year. Black History Month coming up. We got Women's History Month. We got Easter. We got a whole list of things that we would love to.
A whole list of distractions that they want to keep throwing in front of. We got real days coming, and you know what I mean. We got a whole list of distractions too.
Yeah,
my bad.
No, but yeah, that's true. So we got a whole calendar. I definitely want to collaborate with you for the months to come, and so, like I say, hopefully, we can reach out to many people, and like I say, I want to spark something in people. I want people to think, think outside the norm. Like when you think of Martin Luther King, don't just think of, we shall overcome.
Right.
Okay. After that, he was like, okay, well, it's about resources. It's about financial resources.
Right.
And we do live in a capitalist society. America is a capitalist nation. You need resources. You need assets. You need money.
Right. We need funding like every other community.
Absolutely. And I think that a lot of people don't realize that about Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
But you did a good job, King Moshi.
King Moshi out, man. Salute to all the ancestors, Francis Cress Wilson, Dr. Claude Anderson, Khalid Muhammad, you know what I mean? Salute to you. Malcolm X, brother, you already know what it is, man. And salute, to my cousin King, Sid, brother Sid, King Sid.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Yeah. And a lot of, and one last thing, a lot of people, even on the local level, the grassroots level, because it was a lot of people, and I want to add, a lot of people who participated in these movements that don't get any notoriety.
Right.
Like for the brother Martin and the brother Malcolm, well, there probably was a dozen others on a smaller scale, within several communities that probably didn't get as much attention, as these brothers. And so it's going to take everybody, like I say, and we have to keep moving and pushing forth and having obtainable goals that we need to achieve. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. This is Brother Said Speaks. First episode. Look forward to discussing hot topics.
Yes, sir.
So y'all have a good one.
Peace.